So I drink a lot of water in my videos. It's a bit of a staple, and this time I was thinking, you know what? I'm 22 years old. I think YouTube could handle if I had a hard cider instead, but I ran out, so water it is. It's getting cold. We must retreat into our flannels and patchy, gross facial hair. Present company very included. Also, I was at this guy's house for a documentary I helped shoot, and he was telling me and one of the producers that there was beer, wine, and hard ciders in the fridge. And when he said hard ciders, I said something along the lines of, oh, awesome. You know, having a positive response because I don't like a lot of beers. And this absolute chud of a human, this mongoloid goes, oh, you want an umbrella with that? You're the dude who's super into wine, and stereotypically, I think most people think that wine is a more feminine drink, especially to a boomer like you fucko. It's not like I'm jumping up and down because you mentioned apple teenies, okay? I'm not JD from Scrubs. Although my hair does seem, it's JD-esque. It has JD undertones, you know? Okay, so anyway, the Neewer F100 monitor. Started thinking about getting an external monitor for my camera about 3 years ago, and for some reason I just have not done it until recently. I actually got this a few weeks before I got the Canon EOS R. All I really wanted out of a monitor was a big enough screen, because I have horrible vision, okay? These are not just for show. I'm not some hipster, and these aren't Amazon smart glasses. Also like some hipster. So a bigger monitor, a sunshade for convenience, which this does have, and for it to be light enough where I can put this on my camera and use my gimbal at the same time. Now the monitor is 7 inches, which is pretty nice. It has a great image quality. Now the biggest downside that I've noticed to this is that I cannot have it attached to my camera on the gimbal. It's just too heavy. And let's just run a little situation where I have to use the stabilizer and hold the monitor at the same time. It's pretty good. The gimbal is a little off center though, so my shot is a little askew. But this is pretty easy, it's not too bad. Except for the shot being fucked. God damn it. That has nothing to do with the monitor. That's more just the gimbal itself. Now, when I'm looking for new equipment, I'm trying to find something, of course, of good quality, but something that also doesn't cost a fortune, and it is so easy to buy something cheaper, only to have it break on you, and then you're back to square one, spending even more money after just purchasing something. And I think it's funny that I waited so long to buy a monitor. This was only $140 on Amazon. Compare that to the, like $3,000 purchase my camera and lens were. Bruh. My list of things I would like out of a monitor may not be very long, but this certainly checks most of the boxes, and it was a pretty good price. It has some cool features though. It has a focus assist, which I think is pretty standard. It has these field checks for red, blue, green, and monochrome, and I don't really see myself using the first three. I think if I'm shooting something, I'm like, oh, maybe I want to make it black and white. What would that look like? You know, but do I really want to know, will I ever need to know, oh, this frame is wonderful, but what if it was just all green? I'm not too sure, but I do have a mock field test for you guys showing some of the features and going through the menu on this monitor. So we got our little test subject right there, okay? And maybe it's not cool to have Batman as a test subject, but it is, because he's Batman, and it's Alex Ross, you ape. Right off the bat, wonderful image, very clear, nice, big screen, and way better than the camera monitor straight up, so that's wonderful. And there's not even any kind of delay with zooming in or out, which is awesome. Like any kind of settings you do on the camera change, it's going to be automatic. Which is awesome, that's nice. One thing I noticed though is if you go into the menu, it'll only show up on the external monitor. And on the T5i, once you plug this in and turn it on,
the camera monitor goes completely dark. So that's kind of a bummer in case, let's say you had a cameraman and you wanted to use the external monitor, like off to the side to watch it, you know? It's not possible, it's not even feasible. So I'm glad that there is both on the EOS R. We have the focus assist, that's pretty nice. And then we have the check field. And I'm just not, if anybody knows, please tell me, because I really don't know why someone would need the red, the green, or the blue. I guess, you know, we have a red light, we have a blue light. Maybe I'm thinking, well, how would this look if it was all red? I guess. But the one that I think would be the most commonly used is the monochrome, the black and white, because what if you're filming something and you want to have it black and white later? The other ones, I'm just not sure how often people would use them, but maybe I'm wrong. The safe frame, so you can go more and more, then you have this kind of more standard looking, but I just have it on the 96. That seems good enough. Just a little crop. Center marker, which is nice. You can use that as well as using the grids on the actual camera monitor. It would be cool if this had grids though. That would be nice. And you can even change the aspect ratio, which is, I guess, cool in case you would need it. So you could have it zoomed, auto, and then the 4x3, which is cool. I guess, you know, these are all sort of nice little bells and whistles, I guess, in case you need it. I don't see myself really going anything more advanced than this, and the focus assist.
This is a pretty basic monitor. All in all, it is pretty bare bones. I've used some in school where you can actually record 4K in the monitor. If your camera can't use 4K, which is pretty cool. But for anyone looking for just a basic monitor, this is definitely worth it for the price. It has a great image quality, a pretty nice screen size, and it's pretty light. And really, at the end of the day, what more could you want out of a monitor? Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to give this video a like if you did, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and I promise more videos are on their way. I will see you guys next time. Bye. This is so distracting. The camera lens is right there, obviously, but my monitor is up there, so I'm looking up there. Excuse me. Why do I say excuse me? No one else is here. Fuck you guys.